people have been talking about are his rotations. So I want to know, what have you thought of his rotations during the preseason?
I thought the starting. I think the starting unit. Hold on, you kind of echoed out. What was the last part you said?
What did you just think of JB Bickerstaff's rotations during the preseason?
I still think they have some things they got to kind of figure out with that second unit. Just having the right mix and the right fit on the floor. That's also another guy. Which I thought we could have wished I want to see a lot more running with that second unit is Paul Reed. So wanted to see that's the second unit. They probably got to work some things out with that. As far as that starting one, I think as long as they keep that backcourt of Ivy. I like the backcourt of Ivy and Cunningham starting. I like Beasley in there. I like, Cade, let me see, hold on. I like Tim Hardaway Jr.'s defense a little bit more than Beasley, but you got to start Beasley for that shooting. You definitely need him in there. And then, of course, you're going to have Harris and Duran up front. So I like that. I like that mix to kind of get things going. But the second unit, they got to kind of figure that one out. I don't know if they're going to start. I don't know. That's the thing, though. I don't know who they're going to start on the day one. Whether THJ will get the nod, or whether Beasley would get the nod. Like I said, I would go with Beasley just because of the scoring, the fact that you have Cade out there running the show, or if Ivy out there running the show, you got a guy that can go ahead and hit the open shot. Two guys that can go and hit open shots, because Tobias Harris, he's shown that. He's never been a big guy, but even now he looks a little bit slimmer. Got both of those guys can catch and shoot from beyond the arc pretty well. I think that has to be the day one lineup. But as far as that second unit, it's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I thought the only question mark with the starting lineup was the small forward position, because you saw Tim Hardaway out there, and then you saw Malik Beasley out there. I personally thought Simone was going to get the nod, which I was kind of surprised by, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit later. But I thought overall the starting unit looked good. It's just, I think the bench is probably going to be the hardest thing to assess for JB, because they don't really have a backup point guard. You saw Jaden Ivey out there at times being staggered with Cade Cunningham being that backup guard, and I know the season openers next Wednesday. Maybe they go and address a backup point guard need, because they still do have a standard contract available, and they have cap space available as well. I don't know if they go out and reach out to a Markelle Fultz or a reunion with Dennis Smith Jr., but I think that's going to be the biggest question mark for me going into the season if they don't address it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. This I apologize. It's got to be my connection, because I look on the other end, on the other part of the YouTube, and you're moving fine. So it's got to be something with my connection as far as me being able to see you, because it's like I'm hearing like part of your words, and I'm like, oh man, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. I feel bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and rock out with it. You said what?
I can hear you. We can hear you fine over here. I guess I thought it was my internet connection.
I can't hear you, but we gonna make. Oh, that's the crazy part. You can hear me well. The one thing I will say though that I have some questions about is, what is this? I'm curious about what this rotations are going to look like once Star Thompson gets cleared. Hopefully, for his sake, that everything is okay with him health wise, and he's going to go ahead and be able to get cleared soon. But when he gets cleared and he's ready to, be inserted into the lineup, what is this going to look like? Does Asar come off the bench? Does he, if he's healthy and ready to go, does he start? And Beasley and THJ coming off the bench, what if at some point throughout mid-season, Ron Holland is so undeniable that you have to go ahead and try to maybe figure out some creative ways to kind of insert him into the offense, whether you put him at the 3 or move him to the 4 or move Tobias to the 3, because Tobias to me is still naturally a 3. So, whether you kind of, mix it up like that. But I mean, right now I would say with a coach that wants to develop these young guys that they already have a good rapport with right now, it's a good problem to have. But I believe when we have the real questions about this rotation and what we're gonna, kind of figure out about it is when Asar Thompson gets healthy. And, haven't heard anything yet. He's around. He was definitely in the building yesterday. I mean, last night. It seems like everybody changed their hair for this game going into the season. Maybe some new look newbie type thing. But because Asar was graded up. So when he gets back healthy, you're gonna get a real chance to see what it looks like right now. JB it's kind of seeming like it's been a thing for Pistons coaches the past couple of seasons. They haven't been able to really see their real rotations or out the gate because guys have been injured or out with some type of illness.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to keep an eye on in the second unit. I did kind of want to stay with rotations. Was there a rotation during preseason that you wanted to see, but it didn't happen?
Nah, there wasn't one. I think that was the starting rotation. That I wanted to see was how they fit Malik Beasley into this unit if possible, and they were able to. So that was it for me. If Asar Thompson was healthy, I would have liked to have seen Asar be able to run out at that 3 spot instead of Malik Beasley, and have Malik Beasley come off in somewhat of a 6-man row, because Beasley is good. He helps with the offense, but Asar is like that Swiss Army knife. The shot's still kind of funky. Shot's not there, but he does everything else well. And the thing about Asar too is that if just because he can't shoot it that well last season doesn't mean that he can't score it. He's proven that he can go ahead and go get 2 points with the best of them. So I would like to see him get out there at that starting unit because I believe that is the unit that will take this team from a 14-win team to a 28-ish, 30-ish win team. It sounds even then right now, just going off the Pistons histories, it sounds kind of bad to say 28, 30 wins is a jump. But when you're coming off a 14-win season, it's a positive. So that's the group I want to see out there.
Yeah, we actually have some breaking news, but it's not Piston news. Looks like Kawhi Leonard's going to be sidelined indefinitely. So Shams has reported that. Don't know what's going on. I guess Kawhi's going to be out. He's going to be sidelined indefinitely.
Oh, wow.
ESPN thing from Shams. So no Kawhi for a little bit. Can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah. Sounds about right. It's sad, but wow. Let me go ahead and type that out real quick.
Yeah, you got Paul George, who had a really nasty injury, and then you got Kawhi Leonard out. I mean, maybe the Clippers were smart not giving them all that money because they'd be in the Cooper Fled sweepstakes if that was the case. Man, that's crazy.